with a sharp beak that has such teeth. Yeah.
Nice.
That should get you going. And this should help too. In Nebraska, a parent can be arrested if his or her child cannot hold back a burp during a church service.
As it should be.
You think so?
I don't know. Child, I mean, if it's a little kid, come on.
Yeah, and okay, I understand church service, but if you can't burp during a church service, should you be able to burp during a PTA meeting? Or I don't know. I hadn't really thought about this.
If it's some 13-year-old asshole just being a dick.
Okay,
then,
all right. Fucking arrest him, maybe.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
Anyway, those of you in Nebraska, tell your kids to hold it in, okay? I wonder if you're allowed to fart in a church service.
I was just going to ask.
That's a whole different thing, I guess.
Don't make it too loud.
Okay, welcome. This is Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. That's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. And I thought I had forgot 2 weeks ago, and I hadn't. I think I did too.
Sure you did.
Yeah. But anyway, we are the only Category 5 podcast in the universe. Find another one. Let us know, and I'll take that back. But and Tiny told us last week, if you were watching, that we've been Category 5 for 11 months now, I think it is. And those of you that are into weather, most hurricanes, they do get to Category 5. They go right down to Category 2. They go to a tropical storm. We have remained Category 5 for 11 months. And I'm going to say this because a few weeks ago, there were 2 storms coming together, and they made this big thing. Oh, it's going to be Category 3. We're both Category 5 on our own.
That's right.
On our own.
Oh,
we don't even need each other to be Category 5. We could actually call it Category 10, but I don't want to go there. I'm not one to, try to steal the limelight.
Right.
But among other things, we are alcohol influencers. There's a lot of influencers out there, and there's a lot of controversy and confusion about that. But we are alcohol influencers, and we prove it by giving you a fact every week. And every day, there's a winery in Spain that sets out a glass of sherry and a tiny ladder for the mice that live in the cellar to come up. But here's the crazy thing about that, and this is for you. This won't be the last time in the podcast we talk about drinking with a mouse.
Oh boy!
How many podcasts do you get where in one podcast drinking with a mouse comes up twice? How about that, huh? Anyway, the Spain thing, I can't remember. It came up with something that there was some lore going on.
Okay.
The mice didn't get a chance or some. It was bullshit, but I had to pick that one out.
Yeah, sure.
We're going to talk about drinking with a mouse later on, so you stay tuned. Who can go against that damn tease, huh? Yeah. Okay, this has a name by the time you're watching, but right now it doesn't. But it is our episode 126, and we've picked number 26 of athletes. Who your favorite one is? What do you got?
This was another weird one too. I thought 25 was hard. This one was much easier. I'll go back to my formative years with the Steelers, and Rod Woodson was one of my favorite players. Him and Dirk Dawson, I think, are both 2 of my favorites from that era.
Okay, and I thought you might say that.
Yeah.
And I didn't put much time into this one at all, so I don't have any Joe Vitelli from the Keys Rock stories.
Right.
So I looked at Woodson and I almost took him, but I went down one more. I go to a website that has the best athletes ever.
Oh, okay.
And Rod Woodson was 3rd.
Okay.
And 4th was Wade Boggs. And I always liked Wade Boggs. All he did was hit the baseball every time he freaking got up.
That's right.
He hardly ever struck out. Yeah. I don't remember him causing a lot of shit.
Yep.
Pretty good fielder. Not great, but pretty good. Yeah. But just one of the best hitters of all time. So
that's a good one.
I went with Wade Boggs, and I have nothing more because I didn't put any time into it.
I will say I've used that a couple times, as you mentioned, the website. And there's certain guys, like Ricky Henderson, I think wore like 30 different numbers because he's on every time he was on 24 for sure, which I think that was with the A's, but like he's in there for like I looked at one thing. He was on there like 4 different times in a row. We went week to week. So, anyways,
so I'm gonna promise. Well, no, I better not promise. I'll probably come up with something obscure next week, but not gonna promise that. Okay. New Scientist magazine. We've already given you laws in Nebraska. By the way, I switch the state every time. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did.
Did you notice? You didn't?
I did not.
And I've been going alphabetically, actually.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. You didn't know that.
I never.
Yeah. I go alphabetically. I have this thing of strange laws in every state, and because I had a tough one for Nebraska because there's another one I wanted to use, but hopefully we'll stick around long enough that I'll be able to go through again. So we've talked about laws in Nebraska. We've talked about a winery in Spain. We've talked about number 26 in athletics. We've already covered a lot in this little bit of time. Right. Now we're going to get into science. New Scientist magazine. I read it. He doesn't have to. You don't have to. But this will keep you up with trends in science. These are 3 headlines from this week's magazine. Mummified cheetahs may have been trapped in caves. I'm sure y'all wondered about that. As I read this magazine, I think they're paying people to do this shit, you know? And the New Scientist magazine is by scientists. I mean, they're really into this bullshit that research. They do. Yeah. And
how do they know they were trapped? Like, is it like, do they have bloody paw prints from
I forget. There was something in the article I skimmed. I did actually skim through it, and I just don't give a fuck.
Who cares?
Yeah. Dumbass cheetahs. They're the fastest damn thing. Why would you go in a cave?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. Run out there where you can kick ass. Okay, and now here's another one. Venus has lava tubes, and they're a bit weird. The lava tubes. They're surprisingly wide, it said.
Oh, how about Venus. That?
Yeah, well, you know what? Once again, this magazine, we talked about this last week. They put things up there that maybe it was surprisingly wide to these scientists, but when I heard about Venus lava tubes, I said, I bet those things are pretty wide.
People say that about me, I think.
Well, but they don't say surprisingly. Yeah. You're just wide. But no, I wasn't that surprised. I thought Venus would have wide lava tubes, didn't you? Okay, I better enunciate well here.
Uh-oh.
Ultracold clocks could reveal how quantum physics alters time.
Wow.
And ultra-cold cocks get real small. That wasn't a headline, by the way. That was just me.
The improv.
Okay. There we go. Now we're going on to my life. You ever had an iPod? You ever had an iPod?
I have had an iPod, yes. I've never been an iPhone snob, but I have had iPods.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think, how long are they supposed to last? Like 2-3 years?
I would hope.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I've had my iPod about 20 years.
I would have to be at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. And like you can't get new ones or anything like that. And mine's gone through the laundry twice. It's for a while, it just didn't work at all. For a while, it would work and stop and work and stop. And it was a pain in the ass. And then sometime I would just get an echo of a song. But then for the last 2 years, it's worked tremendous.
Wow.
Tremendous. Okay. So I thought, okay. I was going to get rid of it, and then it comes back. And I don't fix anything. I can't fix a damn thing in my life, especially an iPod. I don't know. But anyway, and now I'm experiencing Groundhog Day. No matter where I stop or what I do, the same song comes on, then the next song, and the next song, and the next song. Luckily, I mean, it's my iPod.
Yeah.
And I like most of the songs, but my daughter put them on for me because, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
And she threw some of her own shit in there. So I don't like all of it. But I've decided, and I have eclectic musical tastes. I'm like him, who has a very. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that later. Actually, you don't even know. We're going to talk about that later.
Oh boy!
But anyway, I think for the the next 5, 6, 7 weeks, it's going to be the same songs I've been hearing for the last. Because when I put it on is when I work out at the gym, and I wait, I lift and I talk to people. But once I get on the bike, I put that in, and I've been hearing the same 7 songs.
That's rough.
Boom, boom,
I don't
boom.
like that.
No, but anyway, that's,
give me one of them. What's one of them?
I can't because it's going to be on the. It's going to be the music game.
That's
what. Maybe I didn't explain that well.
No, that's all right.
For the next 6, 7, 8 weeks, it's going to be the songs I listen to.
You won't even need to write down the lyrics.
I won't. I will. I will not.
No.
So I'm not going to tell you no.
Oh, boy.
And I'll even throw in the one that I fucking don't like and don't know. So maybe somebody else will know it.
You know it now.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Couple more things. I went to a seminar this week.
Oh.
Actually, I went a few weeks ago, but nothing crazy happened, so I didn't say. And nothing that crazy happened here. But first of all, only 25 people showed up. Mm-hmm. Would you want to show up for local artists? I don't blame you. I really considered not going. Then I thought, you never know. And no, it was boring as fuck to me.
Adequately attended then.
25 people, and that was probably too many. And that's the second lowest showing we've ever had.
Oh, wow.
So no, and the first one was Andy Warhol, and then she went through 15 more.
Oh, wow.
That and it's the woman, I've talked about her before. She's middle-aged, hot, and she knows how to do this because I don't know what they get paid, but it's something. And she'll give a little speech, and then she'll have a little video about each thing. So she would talk for 25, 45 seconds and then show a 2-minute video and then go to the next person. And that's the way to do it. I mean, and she's always out of there in an hour.
Okay.
Sometime we're there for an hour and a half. No, that's why I like her. I know we're going to be out of there.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, just a couple things because I was not interested in local artists and I wrote shit down, but I'm not going to bore you with it if I was fucking bored. But some of you might wonder, I've talked about the walkers before. These 2 people that get off the bus and I'm pretty sure they're a married couple, yet they don't walk to the thing together. As I drove up, they were 120 yards apart. 120 yards.
Uh-oh.
He was way in front, and you would think, well, maybe he has to go to the bathroom or something. I actually had to take a crap when I got there.
No.
So and he didn't come in the bathroom. So no, he was just not wanting to walk with his wife. Yet they sit together.
Maybe there's like an impending knee surgery coming or something. Someone's going to get surgery
on the wife. You think?
If she's that far behind,
and the guy doesn't just give a shit.
No, listen.
Yeah, you would do that. Okay, so that's one thing. The second thing is, and I've talked about this woman before too. There's a lady that sits behind me that just likes to make phone calls.
Oh God!
So we can all hear.
And of course, she shows up at every fucking seminar.
Everyone, and she makes a lot of noise. Okay, I just want you to know about this woman. After the seminar, she was going to go to Macy's, and then. After that, a guy was coming in to fix her furnace. Okay, that was what was happening to her. This was last Tuesday, just so you have it straight with this lady. And then whoever she calls, I don't know who the hell it is. I mean, like I said, everyone there is old. It sounds like her parents, but her parents couldn't fucking possibly be living. But I don't know who she calls. But after she hung up, she announced to the person she was with, and I can't even see this lady because she said, hey, they were still in bed. So. Now these seminars started at 11, so it was like 5 to 11. But they don't want to hear from her if they're in bed. Do you think they give a shit about her going to Macy's someone coming to fix their furnace?
No, not at all.
No, I bet you they're thinking, "What's this bitch calling us for?"
Probably her unemployed son or something like that. Yeah,
maybe it's that. It could be that. And one more thing, the middle-aged hot speaker, she comes out and works the crowd, which I'm 25 people. You pretty much talk to everybody. Yeah. So she comes up to me because I do sit in the front, and I have a Pittsburgh Dive Bar T-shirt on. And she says, "Hey, what's that T-shirt say?" And I said, "Hey," and I read it to her, and I said, "It's a podcast I do." And have you ever had I'm sure you have, someone say, "Hey, that's interesting," and they're not. Hope you enjoyed that fuck up and Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. For those of you, we'll have to put them on the music game someday.
There you go.
Anyway, that lady that was the speaker, she could give two shits about. She said it was interesting, but she was looking around, and then the conversation just stopped. It just stopped. Like I thought she'd say, "Yeah, hey, how do I find?" No, there was nothing there. So,
which is contrarian to how mine went today. I got us a new subscriber at the cigar place.
Exactly.
So, he was all about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're doing way better than me, because I guarantee that lady doesn't even remember what the fuck it said. Okay, so that was the end of the seminar. Well, that wasn't the end of the seminar, but I told you the seminar wasn't very interesting anyway. So that's with that. Our website, www.pghdivebartalk.com. We keep having these surveys. I think more people should actually do it. We've had a decent amount, but I think we could have more. Okay. And last week, you can go on to see the results, but Junior Mints won on Halloween candy, even though it was a middle price one. I was a little surprised at that.
It's terrible.
No, the food was right on me. You're allowed to pick two foods, pizza and burgers.
Yeah.
That's what I picked.
Okay, I did pizza and wings.
Did you? Yeah. Okay, well, that's not a bad choice either, obviously. But anyway, now you have $10 to buy a meal, kind of the same as last week, but it's different foods, and then you're going to eliminate two again. Unfortunately, I just wrote down eliminate two. It was food. I don't remember what it was. How about that?
I don't either. I actually did look at it even.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Wow. We both looked at it. So that's good. Anyway, go to the website, because I am actually interested in those kind of things.
Yeah, sure.
You know? Okay. Why you should watch today's show.
Yeah.
We have Dear Tiny coming up. And by the way, we're 57 years of marriage with no divorce. Tiny, 3 Dear Tinies today. 3 of them. Wow. How about that? And you've only seen one, and you might not even have seen that, right?
That's actually something I don't remember.
Okay. We're going to talk about some work experience we've done. Transylvanian brain freeze once in a while from around the globe. Around the globe, I have 4 amazing facts. The new season of the movie and the music game starts. We'll show you the results of last time. We had a new winner. That's on one of them.
Yep.
And then Argy Bargy, I had something all written up. As you know, those of you that watch, Argy Bargy is where I bitch about something. And guess what? Something else pissed me off more today than it ever has. So I got a new Argy Bargy for you. Okay. That other one will have to wait. And actually, Tiny might have a few too. So those Argy Bargies are getting stacked up.
We've had to turn a whole segment.
Yes. We have Would You Rather, Shields versus Cox. How about that? And then Samurai Chatter. We got 4 Would You Rather questions. And we end with a Groucho Marx quote. Now, we are going to end on this segment on a little bit of a somber note. A good friend of mine, and Tiny got to know him. He's the only person we've interviewed twice on this, and his segments were the longest. Randy Wiel, if you missed them, I should have looked up to see which one.
40 and 41.
Wow, you're on this thing. If you're interested in sports, and he just not only was he a great friend, he was probably the most interesting person that I know. And he passed away 3 nights ago. And just what a great guy. He never had an agenda. He wasn't after you to, hey, I want this. He's just one of those people that was just a good guy. And I was so glad I went down in the spring and got to spend a little bit of time with him. We know it was going to end. We didn't know it was going to end this quickly. But to Randy Wiel, who you had a good just to let you know here, here's what a good guy he was. We're interviewing him, and Tiny had never met him before. And we were talking off the air with him, and I had to go out and pee, and I had a long pee that day. And I came back in, and you were talking to him, and that conversation could have gone on forever, I think.
That's right.
Don't you think?
Oh, he was fat, and he was, such a good speaker too. He was funny, just the way he talked, and we left a lot of meat on the bone. He had so many stories.
We did.
And the ones off the air were even funnier than the ones on the air.
What a great guy. So to Randy Wiel, rest in peace. Love you forever.
Cheers.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. And too bad you're not here. We have been funny as hell for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know that we're going to continue.
Let's-
Yeah. But boy, if you could only be here, maybe we don't have a live studio audience today, even though
If they could only see the cathedral right now, too.
if you could see the cathedral, you'd either laugh or be sick to your stomach. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go. But and we're not talking far away. I'm talking about tires within a yardstick from me, right there.
Yeah. If they fall over, the camera's fucked.
Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on to what we're supposed to be doing here. Dear Tiny, people write letters and they want advice from Tiny. Sometimes I throw in my 2 cents worth, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just don't give a fuck. But as a matter of fact, today might be one of those. So I hope you're on your game.
Uh-oh.
We were on our game for the last 20 minutes, but that doesn't help you when he does it.
No.
Okay. This first letter, we have 3 of them. 3, count them 3. This is from Mistress Mary.
Ooh, I like it already.
Yeah, I figured you would. Dear Tiny, Jane Goodall's passing has left a void in the field of primate research. As luck would have it, my hobby is primate research. I have been conducting behavior modification experiments on my own monkey for years.
Me too.
Haven't we all? I use both positive and negative reinforcement to control her behavior. When she is good, give her a firm banana or perhaps a cucumber as a reward. It's a little different than what we do.
I think so.
But it's there's a parallel.
Sure.
When she is naughty, I spank her.
Wow.
My research thus far has shown that the older she gets, the naughtier she becomes. So the spankings have become more frequent.
Wow.
This might be out of your realm.
I'm
even.
telling you.
Sometimes her behavior is a combination of both good and bad. So I end up giving her a treat and spanking her at the same time. I like that.
Mhm.
I have 2 questions, Tiny. How often is too often to spank my monkey? I don't want her to become resistant to the stimulus. And second, do you know of any foundations that might sponsor my research with a grant? I would love to be able to evolve my hobby into an occupation. With an outside funding stream, I would be able to expand my research to include other monkeys that could benefit from a good spanking. Thank you in advance for sharing your advice with me.
Wow.
That is a long letter, and it's a pretty entertaining one, too.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, old
Damn.
Mistress Mary.
Yeah,
Damn. Thank
damn.
God for Mistress Mary.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I'll say is if you're going to write some grants, I recommend ChatGPT or other AI software. They can do that shit for you lickety split, and you'll be on your way if there is anybody that funds that kind of stuff.
You know what? I'm a little disappointed.
Go ahead.
You went with the second question over the first about spanking
Hey,
several
well,
monkeys.
I figured that was the better to leave the spank the monkey part, leave that for the last part.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of things that resonate when you were reading that. Like,
Oh, sure.
well, like the scene in Pulp Fiction, where's the gimp? He's asleep. Well, wake him up. They bring the gimp out for the Bruce Willis and Ving Rhames scene, right? There's that comes to mind. And there's an episode of South Park too. Have you seen this where
No.
I forget it's the blonde girl in South Park. Her name escapes me now, but where she's like the first in the class to develop breasts, and how all the boys turn into these primates, like, and they all get excited because their boobies are sticking out, and like they all like want to fight each other, and it's
You know what? I don't watch South Park, but I can relate to that.
and they're all after, and it's just because she has boobs, that everybody else, all the other girls are invisible, and they all turn into these like primates fighting over the same chick. It's hilarious. It's such a good episode. Yeah, but how much? Spanking the monkey. I mean, is there such a thing as a limit?
I did. And well, to be honest, I never looked at it from that point of view.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no limit for dudes, but for Mistress Mary, I don't know. I don't pretend. That's why this is called Dear Tiny.
Tiny, yeah, right.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't think there is such a thing as too much. There's no such thing as overstimulus. As far as I'm
Okay,
concerned.
then, Mistress Mary.
Yeah.
Go to it,
Okay.
bitch. Yeah. How about that? All right, we got 2 more. You think we're done? All right. This next one is from Brighton Heights, Benny. Yeah. Dear Tiny, I've never been very popular with women. My friend Al Bundy told me to put a potato in my swim trunks and the babes would be all over me. So I tried it one day at the pool and I was even less popular. After the bad experience, Al told me the potato goes in the front. Tiny, why can't people give better directions?
Shame on him for not. Now, I will say there is a prosthetic out there that you can wear to make your own unit bigger.
Where do you get these?
I mean, I guess it just is it that important to please her, apparently, because what benefit do you get if you have to wear something on top? I don't see the point in that.
No, me either. But Brighton Heights Benny, he wasn't very popular. He wasn't even getting the first part. So,
yeah, well, and no wonder he's sticking a potato up his ass.
Maybe that should have been enough.
I mean, if you're going to do that, at least enjoy it.
Yeah. What the fuck else is there to do in Brighton Heights?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. There we go, Benny. I hope you enjoyed that. And this is from East Hills Eddie.
Uh-oh.
Okay. East Hills Eddie said, Dear Tiny, the other day my wife, Jill Taylor, was massaging my head. No, not that kind of head. You're sick. You're fucking sick. She asked me, before we got married, who used to massage your head? No, not that kind of head. I replied honestly and nicely. No one. Before we got married, I never had headaches. Now she's pissed, and I have a headache, and no one to massage it.
Jeez, man. Well, there's the lesson here is well, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat, right? I mean, there you gotta. You can't be honest. There's nothing ever comes from being honest. I'm sorry. No, make it up.
Okay. That came from Tiny, not from me. Yeah. Remember that. Remember that when you think negative of us two, think just negative of him. How about that? All right. So that's it from Mistress Mary, Benny, Brighton Heights Benny, and East Hills Eddie. But we'll be back. We have a job experiences we're going to talk about. That's next.
He's bound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we going to do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. Once again, you know, I hate to say this. Tiny was really fucking funny just then. And you're going to find that hard to believe. I know. But he was. But of course you didn't hear that. But we're going to give him a shot here. We have some work experiences we're going to talk about. And I just threw it out to him. I said, I have some job that I'm going to talk about. And I didn't think he'd have balls enough to talk about his current job. But actually, I know this story. I hate to say it, but it's a good story. It's a good story. So go to it.
Yeah, well, I bitch about I hate being a banker and whatever, but I don't, whether it's my banking profession or just any profession, I don't know that too many people can say that they've been involved in a high-speed police chase with their boss and CEO of their company.
And they're going to get to watch it.
Oh, yeah, I can show it.
Yeah, you're going to show it, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay. It's on video.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you want to watch to the end, it's going to be like 4 hours, but...
We can add it. Yeah, maybe I'll give the abridged version where we cut it down.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is going back 3 years. I'm where I'm at now, MBFS, and my boss says, hey, the president has a job that's an overnight thing doing some due diligence analysis, and I won't waste everybody's time with that. It's in Marietta, Ohio, and he's going to fly in from Philly, meet you in Pittsburgh, and you'll drive to Marietta. There's a credit union there that the government has stepped in, and they're threatening to close them down. And they want the person from the government wanted my president and my boss to do this due diligence to see what the loan portfolio was. And they want to take a credit person to look at these folders and understand what the hell's going on before they shut them down or not. They were debating whether to do that.
Okay.
So that was my role in this. And the bad thing is I thought I was doing, look at me. I'm Mr. Credit. I'm experiencing all this. No, you know why I was asked? my boss is a huge wrestling nerd fan, and we talked wrestling the entire time. It had nothing to do with credit, what I knew about anything. I was a wrestling fan, so that was why I got asked to go.
In a future episode, I can talk about one of my jobs where it was the exact same thing. Had nothing to do with my. It had something to do with what I knew about, not what I could do.
There you
which
go.
I thought it was, but that's a story for another day.
That's exactly what this was.
Okay.
I mean, and look, I did my job. Don't get me wrong, but like it had nothing. He could have picked anybody in our department to do the exact same thing. I think I just got picked because, A, I was newer, and B, I had this wrestling.
But he was into your stories, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah, sure.
That worked.
I mean, and I would argue he's a way bigger wrestling nerd than I am. He knows a lot about all like New Japan and all this other stuff that I don't even follow as much as he does. So this was a 2-day thing overnight in Marietta, Ohio, of all freaking places. And
which is right on the border of West Virginia and Kentucky.
Yeah, it's right on the river. Yep,
yeah,
right
that's
there.
what I thought.
Yep. And so we go through this exercise, and it's nondescript for the most part. We go out on a couple places just to see if the things that they say are there. Like this one guy was in the middle of this place. He was supposed to open some high end like restaurant. We're like, no way, like this doesn't make any sense. So we went to check that out, and like, okay, that's fine. So we go through, and we had to write up this report on what our findings, and we do that. We have our exit meeting, and we're about to go about our business. And so we have to drive back to Pittsburgh. Well, we get on, I forget the route number now. We get on this route thing, and there's like 5 police cars right ahead of us on this. It's a 4-lane highway. I'm like, what the heck's going on? All of a sudden, this car takes off, and the cops start chasing them. And
Mark, you guys are right there.
We are right there. And Mark decides he's going to entertain, and he starts following these cops as high speed as they're going. And so we are the first line up behind the cops on the highway as this police chase breaks down. And the guy, I mean, it's like straight out of Cops, man. The guy is in our thing, and then he goes into the other lane and crosses. He's going into traffic. There's at least a half dozen times where I'm like, he's going around a bend and there's a semi. I'm like, he's dead. Like, he's going to get destroyed.
Were you ever feeling danger to yourself?
Absolutely.
Were you?
There were 2 or 3 instances because, and I think in the video, Mark even says, like, if he gets over, they're going to do everything they can to stop him. We need to be ready to get out of the way because, there were 2 cops in both lanes that we were going the right direction, keeping everybody back. And we were the first pedestrian, we were the first civilian cars after the cops. So, and we were, I don't know, maybe 200 yards behind them. And so he's keeping up the whole time as they sped up. And dude, if there were 10 cops, there were 75 cops. Like they must've had cops in from every precinct in an hour radius chasing this guy. And he crossed over twice. He did all this crazy stuff on the thing, and they finally caught him. He went into the thing and went up and went sideways and spun out, and they finally caught him. But this goes on. If you see the video, it's like 3.5 minutes going, and half of that's him going the wrong way into traffic. Right. and all this, it was some bullshit parole violation or something that he got pulled over for. He got pulled over in his car because he had something in, I don't know if it was a weapon or what, I forget, but it was essentially a parole violation he sped off for. And we got to witness this whole thing straight on. It was crazy. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So.
You sent me that video. That was insane, actually.
Yeah.
I thought you sent me a damn thing from Cops or some shit.
That's what it looks like.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about this. Might have been one of my favorite jobs of all time, and I've had a lot.
Okay.
I was going to grad school in Miami, Ohio, and I became bud man on campus. By Anheuser-Busch hired me to be bud man on campus.
Awesome.
And anticipation of this job, I kind of needed a new vehicle anyway. I bought a telephone van from Southern Bell in North Carolina for like $1,200.
Nice.
I think it was. Yeah. And then it had all the trimmings to it. It had the shit on the top and all the stuff in the back. And luckily I knew a guy that actually wanted that. And I said, if you take it out, you can have it. So he took the shit off the top and the shit in the back, and the only thing he left me was the screen, which was a good thing as it turned out. I had a screen between the back and me. And basically what I did is I took orders during the week, picked up the keg. The plant that I went to was about 30 minutes away.
Okay.
I went and picked up the kegs. Nice catch, by the way.
Thank you.
I delivered the kegs on Friday. I picked up the empties on Sunday and took the empties back on Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
That's basically what I did.
Okay.
And it was a good job for a college kid. I mean, I had some other things going, and I got a weekly pay plus a commission on every keg. And here was the best part. They had a gas pump at the place we went. So I got to I used to fill up my tank every time I went on Friday and Monday.
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't pay for gas that whole year. Now,
Wow.
they one or two times they said something to me. He said, "Are you just putting in for what you're?" I said, "Yeah." But fuck, not that I use it that much more. Oxford, Ohio, is a small town, by the way. So yes, I did drive to the places, but it wasn't that much. So that wasn't that bad. Let's see. Like a few things about the job. First time I put the kegs in the back of my van, and I'm driving, and I put the brake down. And they all come sliding at me.
Oh, no.
Oh, I mean, loud. And I said, thank God. I told that guy, he didn't really want the screen between me. Thank God.
There it is.
Or I might have been dead right then.
You're right.
Might have been
Right.
dead. Okay. One time I went to a conference in Columbus with all the bud men on campus. Apparently, back then, they had one at every camp. Or most.
So did everybody know who you were then? I mean, like you. Everybody knew what you did, right? Like
at my school.
Yeah.
The only difference, and I was going to bring that up here, is most of the people I found out at the other campuses, they were really into it and wanted to work for Anheuser-Busch, and I was doing it just to fuck around and make $30 bucks a week. Yeah, and get free gas.
Yeah.
Which was pretty big.
Sure.
So we went to the conference in Columbus one time at the Anheuser-Busch. They have a real big brewery there, second biggest one next to the one in St. Louis. And it was like 10 in the morning, and we had a break, and you were allowed to have donuts, and they put beer out there.
Right.
Oh, by lunch, I'm fucked up. I am fucked up. Everybody else is on every word they're saying up there, and they're taking notes. Okay, one other thing. We got a free spring break out of this.
Oh.
If you were Bud Man on campus, if you just put signs up, they took the orders, and you got a free flight. You were talking about you never got to do a spring break. Right. Yeah, my last year of my 8 years of college, I got a free one. I got a free flight down there. Yeah, and I have a lot of stories on that. That might be for another day. But okay, when I came and got the beer, usually it wasn't when I came and got it, but then on Monday when I brought back all the empties, then the people had to pay like $6, I think, for a deposit, and then they had to put a deposit on the tap. Yeah, and then so I would bring that back, and then they'd give me the money to give back to the people. But every time, sometimes it was when I picked up the beer on Friday, or sometimes it was when I brought back the empties on Monday. I'd go in the office and talk to the people, and my boss. For those of you that ever seen Columbo. This guy was, he was like that. He talked in this weird way, and he wore this over. Yeah, he really did. And it was kind of weird. Okay. A good guy. I loved him. Yeah. But anyway, when I did that kind of stuff, and there weren't cameras and shit back then. In the big warehouse, I'd go in you'd drive in the big warehouse, and they would load the kegs up into my Southern Bell telephone van.
Right.
And, But then I would go in and we'd talk about how many I had, and I would pay them, or if I was bringing empty. But they had all these beer signs. Anheuser-Busch back then was Bud and Busch, but they had a bunch of, and Michelob, but they had a bunch of other smaller brands too.
Sure, yeah.
And there were signs all over, so I'd grab a sign and just throw it in my bag.
Nice.
Okay. Almost every week. almost
Mhm.
every week. So the end of the school year comes, and like I said, it was successful.
Mhm.
I had some steady customers, so I never went a week without selling kegs.
Okay.
Never went a week,
All
so
right.
they were pretty happy with me.
I'm sure.
The guy before didn't do that well, and the guy after they ended up stopping the program. So
Wow.
I was the big.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah, I was the good pupil.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, I would throw these signs in, and at the very end
Now,
of the
when
year,
you say sign, like we're not talking like neon.
some.
Oh, really?
Some were neon,
Dude, that's awesome.
lit up. Some were, you
flat,
just put
like-
on. Yeah. It was
Dude.
a lot of everything.
Hell yeah.
I had a shitload of signs.
That's
Let's put it
awesome.
that way.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, they decided to reward me by giving me a blazer, an Anheuser-Busch red blazer.
Okay.
And I said to my boss, Columbo, I said, blazer? After all the damn business I brought you, this is all I get is a blazer?
Yeah.
I swear to God. Columbo said, I've been covering you for stealing those signs all fucking year.
You asshole.
He didn't say asshole, but he was thinking it. I thought I was so slick grabbing those things. I would look around and throw it in there. Fucking Columbo knew. I shut up right there.
That's awesome. Take your blazer. And
Yeah.
shut up.
I don't even know if I ever got that. I don't even remember the blazer,
Yeah.
but I got to keep all my signs anyway.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's my story. That's his story of his car chase, my story of being Budman on campus. We'll be back. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. We have our beer. Everything's going good, except we've been talking a lot. And in order not to keep you too long, we are going to, for this week only, I promise I'll bring it back, but Transylvanian Brain Freeze is going to have to wait till next week because we've just been, and if you were off air, I think we've been here for like 6 hours, haven't we? Okay.
Well, plus we're going to be adding video to the car chase. So.
I forgot. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah. It's a good thing I skipped. I have something I want to do video on. We'll do that next week too.
All right.
Okay. This is the movie game.
Mm.
And you know what? I think we should show last week's just right now.
Okay.
Here are, we shorten it. There's a 5-week segments. And damn, if Yimmy didn't win again,
Man.
I don't know how he did it.
Mhm.
29, but look at those scores. 29, 28, 28, 28, 27. Oh boy, we have 4 27s.
Mhm.
Everybody's right in there.
Yeah.
Damn. That was a hell of a matchup.
Yeah.
But now we're starting anew.
That's right.
Everybody has the equal chance. Everyone equal chance in the movie game. And in the movie game, I give you 2 quotes, 2 characters, 2 actors. And you and Tiny have to give me the name of the movie and the year it came out. The name of the movie gives you 5 points. The year gives you 1 point. And I think you might get this one.
Okay.
Here are the quotes. And remember, you can pause. Tiny can't. So he is at a disadvantage here. But here are the quotes. What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets? No, Neo. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to. You already know it, don't
I
you?
do.
I figured. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I've never seen this movie.
Oh,
but
man.
I do crosswords. So Neo comes up all the time
Yeah.
because it's 3 letters and 2 of them are vowels.
Nah,
So
it fits a lot
yeah,
of puzzles.
I know what this is. I knew what it is too. Okay. The second quote is, "You're cuter than I thought. I can see why she likes you." Who? Not too bright though. The 2 characters are Neo and Trinity, and the 2 actors, Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne. And we'll give you a little bit of time to think, not much, because you can pause and he can't. What is the name of this movie?
It's The Matrix.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I should have been ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiny gets that right now. That's 5 points. Right now you're the leader in the clubhouse.
That's right. Yeah.
What year was this released?
Boy, I'm fairly certain that this 1999.
Holy hell!
Yeah, I thought so.
Yes, Tiny goes 6 for 6 there. He's the leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Leader in the clubhouse.
Right.
The Matrix, 1999. A couple things about this movie. It was shot in Sydney, Australia.
Never knew that.
But Sydney, the setting of the movie is United States. They had trouble finding rundown American type areas. So many of the urban areas had to be built from scratch because they didn't have that. They didn't have the bullshit in Sydney that we have here.
Right
here in our United States.
There you go. Right.
And the second, this is pretty funny. Sandra Bullock was offered the role of Trinity. She turned it down. Why? Because at the time, Will Smith was going to be Neo, and she wanted no parts in him. Who knew back in probably 1998 that he would slap the shit out of Chris Rock and become kind of an asshole?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Sandra Bullock was ahead of her time.
That's
I
right.
guess.
That's right. And very hot, by the way.
I know. I still go back to that picture you in Hell's Half Acre.
It's a good one.
That one gets me. That one still gets me to this day. I was going out and deleting pictures, and I couldn't delete that one. Damn it! And my phone. Okay, The Matrix, 1999. We'll be back with a music game. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. I don't know. I hope you're having a good time. I know we are. I don't know what it is today.
Boy.
Okay. This is the music game. And in the music game, I give you lyrics. And I sing them. And I'm not going to sing them very well. You know, most weeks I think I sing them well, and I don't. I know I'm not going to sing them well this week. And I don't think this is your type of song either.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, you're in trouble already. Oh, that's right. But wait a minute. Let's look at season 2. Here is where we had a big upset. Flies Bro won. Flies Bro won with 28. Big Dog and Paul G came in at 27, right behind him. And then Columbo's the person I screwed because he actually would have won if I hadn't.
The Clarks.
Yeah. Sorry, Columbo. But that's how life's not fair, as you know. 3-pack was right there, and then we go on down the list. But I especially want you to see Teddy Roosevelt did not finish in last, which will be the last thing Teddy Roosevelt does not finish last.
There you go.
How about that?
Okay.
How about that? Okay. I give you the lyrics. I sing them poorly, especially this week. And then you give me the title. That's 3 points. The artist or group, that's 2 points, and the year is 1 point. So you could get all kind of things. All right, you ready here?
Sure.
All right, I'm not predicting big things for you.
Oh, boy.
Something in the way you love me won't let me be. I don't want to be your prisoner, so baby, won't you set me free? Stop playing with my heart. Finish what you start. When you make my love come down, if you want me, let me know. Baby, let it show. Honey, don't you fool around. Just try to understand. I've given all I can 'cause you got the best of me. Da-da-da. Feels like I'm going to lose my mind. You just keep on taking my love over the da-da-da. That was bad singing. I got to admit. That's last week I was good. I was pretty bad there. Do you know what that is?
I actually think I do.
Do you? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I hate this.
I figured you would. I didn't think you'd get this. What is it?
Borderline.
Oh, yeah. Who sings it?
Madonna?
Oh! I can't believe you got that. Holy shit. Well, okay. He's got 5 for 5 so far. What year did Borderline Madonna come out?
1984. Damn.
1983.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll take it.
You get a 6.
I'll take it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am shocked.
Ugh.
I am shocked. Borderline Madonna in 1983, because here's what I was going to give you shit about. I just remembered. I thought for sure you'd miss this. And I was going to say that's why you didn't go into the record business, because you can only talk about one little part of music. You can't branch yourself out to anything. But now you get Borderline by Madonna.
She's actually, I forget. I have like almost 1,000 sales with the store. I have like 40 some just of her. So she's one of my top sellers of the ones I have sold, even though it's been a while. But yeah, that's why.
I'll be cow kicked.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, there you got it. We'll be back with Argy Bargy.
Hey, give us some of that Argy Bargy. Giving it all to Jack. Give it some of that Argy Bargy.
Another one bites the dust, huh? Yeah, there you go. There you go. One of the sweetest sounds you'll ever hear. This is Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, and we replicate what you do, what happens in a dive bar. But you don't have to go. All you got to do is watch us. You save money. You don't have to be with the slobs in the dive bar because you're with us slobs. That's
right.
all. That's all it takes. Okay. This is Argy Bargy, and this is where I bitch about something, and I had something all written up, but it all changed this morning at about 8:28.
Oh.
I decided, and I'm not a big early up person,
Right.
but there was a family matter that I thought it would be better if I went to the gym early today. Okay. So I'm driving along Pierce Mill Road, and a damn big 8-point buck runs into my fucking car. Most of you, if you're from Pennsylvania and you drive, you've probably hit a deer. And what's the solution? I don't know, but it fucked up my car. And here's the deal. Here's the deal. There's a lot of things I could say here, but my door would not open. If you want to see something funny or disgusting or sad, you see a 71-year-old fat man trying to climb over the damn console to get to the other side, because that's the only option I had. And I had to do that 3 times today.
Oh, Jesus.
To get into the gym, then back. Matter of fact, one time I tried it different every time. One time I got my butt on the console, then into my seat, but my 2 feet are. And by the way, I have neuropathy, so I can't feel my feet.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't think I can get back. I don't think I can fucking do this. And I did it, and then I had to get back again. I went to a damn body shop.
Oh, no.
And the guy said he couldn't help me just yet until I got the whole insurance thing, which I have gotten okay now. But I said, I went back. I said, if you want to see an old fucking fat man, if you want some laughs, watch me try to get back in. And thank God he brought out some little tool and just to temporarily help me, and I can open my door again.
Good.
Okay. So,
Wow.
what is the solution to the deer problem in Pennsylvania? I don't know. Do you?
More licenses so you can kill them
I think so too.
in the herd.
But for me, it's don't wake up fucking early for your family. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Why did I wake up early? Had I waited till 10:30 like I normally do, then they're not running around the damn roads.
That's
But
right.
this fucking 8-point buck fucked up my damn panel and both of my doors and my fucking mirror because his damn horns got into all that shit. Yeah, but he's deader than old Buck Jones. I will say that.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. And I used to like deer when I'm driving slowly around my house and they're there and they look real nice. But after they fuck your goddamn car up and you have to go get it fixed, and you got to pay
your new car.
my new car, and I got to pay my deductible. Now, fuck those deer. Kill them all. That's my Argy Bargy.
Stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. Shooting star leaping.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, and then we are really replicating a dive bar today, aren't we? Because we are drinking and we're doing the normal shit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is Would You Rather, and Would You Rather we pit one woman against another because we celebrate women here. We celebrate them. We're celebrated.
That's right.
And this is Brooke Shields against Courtney Koch. Two women that were big back in the day, and they're still pretty damn good.
I would say.
Okay, so I'll read some comments before we get into the actual vote.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, here's some comments. Brooke Shields versus Courtney Cox. This is Courtney Cox. I feel like a pervert wanting Brooke since she was underage, naked in Pretty Baby and Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
And she divorced Andre Agassi, so she must be a royal bitch. He must like Andre Agassi.
Maybe he's a douche, though. Come on. Anyway.
Courtney Cox all day and twice on Columbus Day, because I actually sent this out on Columbus Day. Yeah. And this person said Courtney Cox, but before her plastic surgery.
Oh, I didn't even know that. So.
And then this one just came in about 2 hours ago. Courtney can get this Cox while I suck those supple titters.
Hey-o.
I think you know where that's from. All right. Okay. Now we go to the other side. Give me a little nookie with Brookie.
Whoa.
Cox never acted in a role that did it for me. This guy said, I watched too many episodes of Friends to fall for that.
Okay.
And this guy said, Brooke Shields, I could take direction after she puts on a corset with 6-inch heels and fishnets.
Ooh.
A Blue Lagoon fantasy as well.
Wow. I like
But it's true. I like it too. But if anyone puts on a corset with 6-inch heels and fishnets.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in. Me too. Okay. But we got more.
Man.
I'm not done, people. I'm not done. This comes from, we used to call this a comment to the door, but this is from the Titty Guru.
That's right. That's right.
And he doesn't, I don't know how he does it, but I'm not going to argue with a Titty Guru.
Right.
He said, Courtney, Brooke just seems a little too innocent for an old deviant as myself. Courtney is a little more sluttier. And those 34 C's usually would argue, but who can argue with the Titty Guru?
He would know.
Yeah. Don't look that bad. I could envision bending her over the coffee shop couch and showing her what my little friend can do. You think we're done?
Well, there's a lot more. I can see it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is... things are going crazy.
Boy, we're just falling apart.
Yeah,
here.
we are. But not with you. Not
That's
with
right.
you. Okay, this is a different spin.
Okay.
He actually got us back to us.
All right.
First of all, he gave us a bunch of shit, mostly you, but about the photos.
Oh, what if
I don't know, but he didn't like them at all. He didn't
Okay.
like them at all.
I liked them. I thought they were good.
I thought so too. No, the different spin didn't like it.
Okay.
But he said he's going to give his analysis based on the pics, okay, that you've seen already.
Right.
Brooke Shields looks like she is dead. But then, okay, he said, so you would think that would make her the easy choice. Even though Courtney Cox currently looks like she is dead in this picture, she looks like she is ready to get down. Normally, I am partial to turd cutters over titters, but something about her milkers speak to me.
There you go.
So I am compelled to envision myself pouring out a rail right between them and then putting my rail right between her cheeks for at least 3.5 minutes. That's a different spin.
There you go. Hey,
This has gotten out of hand.
Yeah, we're really.
Yeah. And, wait a minute. No, I got it right. Okay. This is Mr. Harrelson.
Oh, there he is.
Mr.
I was wondering.
Harrelson.
He's not his own color.
Yeah.
Usually he's own.
Yeah, he usually does, but I ran out of shit here. Okay. He said, I'll admit Shields' unibrow looks as though she's the granddaughter of Brezhnev.
Wow. Holy shit.
But he says she's got a much nicer chest than Cox's 2 bumps on an ironing board.
Wow.
Yeah, Mr. Harrelson came out firing.
I guess, man.
Yeah. He said, but Cox looked pretty good dancing with Springsteen.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Mhm.
Okay. I wonder if she can get me a pair of Aniston's used panties. Then he found tough choice. Both have lost their youthful innocence as though they both had Tiny and Prince on top while Jeffrey Epstein directed the action.
Wow.
He said, I'll go with Shields because she's got a shit ton of money.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Wow.
That's all our comments.
Where do you go from there?
We cannot top that, nor are we going to try,
No.
I don't think.
No.
What do you got?
I can't see the scores from here, and that doesn't matter. A lot of this is based on the pictures too, but not to me. Brooke Shields is my pick. She represents more. I still grew up in the pre-internet era when like poster girls and pinup girls were still the thing, and she was kind of the precursor for me for like the Cindy Crawfords of the world.
Right,
And Cindy
right.
Crawford, I got one of her calendars every year from like 7th grade on. And Brooke Shields kind of represents that for me. And nothing against Courtney Cox, so she'd be fine. But Brooke Shields to me is she almost has a little more. I don't know what the right word is. Couth, maybe. I don't know. She's more of a professional model than Courtney Cox. She's hot and whatever, but she's just an actress.
Okay. I'm with you there.
Okay.
I'm with you there. And I love both these women.
Oh no, I would have. Yeah.
And I really like Brooke, although I think one person said something. I did feel a little guilty. One time she was on the cover of People, and I was in college, and someone set me up. They said, "Hey, how would you like to do her?" And I said, "I didn't know who she was." I said, "Oh yeah," and she was like fucking 11 or some shit.
Old enough to be 7.
But here's the reason I'm going with Cox.
Oh.
My father went to a wedding in Pittsburgh, and Cox at the time was dating Michael Keaton. My father had no idea who Cox was.
Yeah.
Saw her sitting. Apparently, Keaton was out. You know how when you go to a wedding and you're talking to your buddies and you bring a date from out. So my father still, when he told me the story, didn't know who she was. He said, I saw this pretty girl over in the corner and she wasn't talking to anyone. So I went over and talked to her.
Good for him.
And they talked forever. And it turned out he said, yeah, what a nice girl. And he told me who it was. I said, you can't do that with Courtney Cox.
Right.
Yeah, but he told me what a nice person she was.
That's good to hear.
She didn't know. I mean, no one knew who the hell was going on. So, because she was so nice in that kind of situation, not that I have anything against Shields, but I know Courtney's a genuinely good person.
No, that's good because most of the time we say against because they're bad people. This is
exactly.
Good. This is good.
Exactly. But in a surprise, I thought by the photos you gave, and everyone knew those people.
Yeah.
That it would be close. Courtney 34, Brooke 17.
Whoa!
With our votes.
Wow.
So,
all right.
Courtney moves on, and maybe we'll put Brooke Shields in Hell's Half Acre next week. How about that? Okay, we'll be back with Samurai Chatter.
Well, I believe in UFOs. That's what gets me every time.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, and this is our last segment. Hard to believe, huh? We finally got here, and this is Samurai Chatter. Samurai Chatter. And this week we have 4 Would You Rather questions, and then, of course, we end with a quote. And this week it's Groucho Marx, who's we might have to work him a little more.
He's a good addition for sure.
He's been a great addition.
Yeah.
Great addition.
No doubt.
Okay, I'm going to read the question. Then I'm going to give some comments from our viewers, and then Tiny and I are going to answer, although I really haven't thought too much about these. Okay, would you rather ride in a helicopter or a hot air balloon? Would you rather ride in a helicopter or a hot air balloon? Now, let's see, helicopter, this guy said, fuck the hot air balloon. Wow. It's controlled by the wind. This guy says, let's see. What did he say?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm having trouble. I can't really read my writing.
The other ones helicopters are controlled by wind, too, though.
Yeah,
I'll argue on the last thing.
This guy said hot air balloon sounds very scary. This guy says he's terrified by both, but if he had to, he'd do the helicopter. And he said, man, I really can't read that. Okay. Sorry, whoever that is. You made a nice comment, but I can't read it. And this guy said, hot air balloon. I did it. It was scary, but awesome. And another guy took hot air balloon because he already did a helicopter. Okay. So what do you say?
I've never done either, to be honest. And at first I thought this was a no-brainer for me with the helicopter, but then I remembered that's how Kobe died. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Dude, hot air balloons, I don't know. I don't know that I'm afraid of heights, but I don't want to die by falling out of a hot air balloon. I'd rather die in a helicopter than a hot air balloon. So I'm sticking with my helicopter.
Okay. And based on what you just said, I'm going the other way because if it's going to kill Kobe, it's going to have no problem killing me.
He was in like state of the art helicopters. It wasn't like
I know. Although I
like Magnum PI thing. No, this was like it was a massive thing.
When I lived in Charlotte, there was a couple that went up in a hot air balloon for their honeymoon.
Okay,
right after they got married.
Yeah,
and the dude died, and the chick didn't.
Oh.
Horrible, right?
Yeah.
Horrible. But then I'm at a Charlotte Hornets game. I swear to God, this is true. And I run into the chick. I didn't know them, but the woman was there, and then she ends up fooling around with one of my buddies.
Nice.
And this was like a month after that.
Good. Nice.
So that's why I'm going with hot air balloon.
She must have got that insurance check.
I guess.
Good for her.
But that ended. But still, helicopter wins 11-3.
Okay,
votes. 11-3. Okay. Would you rather teleport to anywhere in the real world or able to travel into fictional settings?
Man, this was the hardest.
This is real hard. Let me just read something here. One guy wanted to go to the real world. He'd like to go to the tropics. Another guy said he'd want to go to Amsterdam with $3,000, a box of Magnums, and a 30-pack of Liquid 4.
Wow.
How about that?
All right.
And this one says, what does this say? Wow, I can't really read that. Any great sports event or arena he'd like to go to teleport in the real world.
Yeah.
And this is for the fictional settings. This guy wanted to go to Rick's Cafe in Casablanca. And this guy said he could currently travel to anywhere in the world, so he'd rather go to fictional settings.
Okay.
So what do you think?
I'm taking the teleport anywhere in the real world because, if you really want to travel, there's a way you can travel into any fictional setting. You know how that is?
How?
A good book. Get out there and read some books, people. You can go anywhere you want.
This is coming from you. Have you ever read a fucking book in your life?
I did a couple once.
Okay, so you're going with the real world.
That's right.
All right. Here's why I'm going with the fictional settings. If there's a time to get yourself some women, oh my God. Okay. Snow White.
Yeah.
She was willing to kiss some dead guy or coma guy. Number one, I'd go there. Yeah. That would be easy. Or you go into Cinderella.
Yeah.
Go right when her damn sisters went to the damn ball. And before she was, that would have been easy as hell.
That's fair.
Or go to Rapunzel before she let her hair down. Oh, man, you just go up to the top of the tower. You're laid. You're fucking laid.
I'm going a different route. Remember the Arnold movie, Total Recall? Mm-hmm. I'm going to Mars because they got chicks with 3 boobs there.
So you want to change your vote?
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Okay. Boy, that was close. Teleport wins 8-6. 8-6. Okay. Close one though. Close one. So that obviously was a tough one. Okay. Now here's a big one, and this is dead even right now going into. Would you rather have beers with Tom or Jerry? Tom the cat, Jerry the mouse. Who would you rather have beers with?
This goes back to our earlier part with the mice.
Right. That's right. Thank you. You. I'm forgetting about the first part of the show.
It was a long time ago.
It seemed like 8 hours ago. Remember we talked about a mouse drinking with a mouse in Spain.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're talking about drinking with a mouse. Maybe. But maybe you want to be with Tom or Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This guy said we would. We would. We'd off Jerry together. That's why he would want to drink with Tom.
Okay.
And he thinks Tom could hold his beer better. And Jerry said Jerry was more fun. Tom was too uptight. One guy wanted Jerry because he didn't like cats. One said Jerry because he seemed like more fun. And he said he was going to be with Jerry. He said he was going to talk to Jerry about being part of the solution, not part of the problem.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So what do you got?
I'm going back to the one we did earlier between Pink Panther and Yogi Bear.
Right.
And I'm going with the pussy again. I'm taking Tom.
Okay.
I'm used to, in social settings, I'm way better with the pussies than I am anything
Are you?
else. No, not really.
And okay, for a different reason, I'm going with Jerry. I always hated that little fucker.
Yeah.
I hate it because he always caused a problem.
Yes.
Poor Tom was just going, and then Jerry would bring Spike into it, and Spike would beat the hell out of it, or
for no
would threaten to
reason.
beat the hell out of
Yeah.
it. So I would want to go drinking with Jerry so I could beat the shit out of the little motherfucker. That's what I would want to do.
There you go.
I just didn't like Jerry at all.
That's-
I'd get him a little drunk. I think I could have taken him number one anyway, but once I got him drunk, I think I could pound the shit out of
I
him.
like
little
it.
Fucking
That
mouth.
asshole.
But 7-7 was the final score there. Final score there. Okay, and the last one. You're on a raft, and you can only these people are all alive, by the way. You could only save either Charles Manson, Adolf Hitler, or Rosie O'Donnell. And now I'm going to tell you, our viewers were more humane than I thought they would be. Basically, they all most of them begrudgingly took Rosie O'Donnell.
Ugh.
And they said she never killed anyone. Or let's see. That was basically all it is. The other two makes it easy because she didn't. Okay. Now, one person who took Charles Manson said, let's see. Rosie O'Donnell can suck a big dick.
No, she can.
USA doesn't need poison like her. That's what he said. But I have the vote here in front of me. Okay, what do you say here on this?
She was actually the first one I eliminated out of this, to be honest. And I even tried ChatGPT to see what it would do for this, and I didn't care for any of its answers. And I'm taking Manson on this one. I think between eliminating her initially is easy for me, but then the other two, they're both. I mean, look, I get it. Okay, atrocities, blah 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 blah. Fascinating. They got to be fascinating to sit there and listen to these people. And he's a little crazier, so I'm taking Manson. I think he would be fantastic to sit and just hear him spew shit.
I'm with you. I'm actually going to agree with you. I'm taking Manson because, if they would have given him just a contract to sing some songs, he wouldn't have killed those people.
That's right.
And you know what? He was convicted of 7 murders. In this day and age, that's not even that much anymore.
No.
Hell, Columbine, 7.
Hong Kong Fu, he got like 34.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And Manson,
not even make the news.
Manson, all he wanted was them sing a song and write some songs, and the Beach Boys fucked him up, and then he went a little crazy. But I'm taking Manson too.
That was the Beatles,
huh?
That was the Beatles.
No, you're wrong. It was the Beach Boys,
Okay.
but it's a good try. Anyway, Rosie O'Donnell, 7 people would vote for her. 3 would vote for Adolf Hitler. None of them actually commented, but they took Adolf, and 3 took Charles Manson. Of course, we're 2 of them, so that's 1, 2, 3.
That's right.
Only one other person before that, but okay. So most of our people were a little more humane. They went with Rosie O'Donnell, and that's what that is. Okay. Groucho Marx.
Here we
I
go.
promise you a quote. He said, "Marriage is a wonderful institution, but who wants to live in an institution?" Okay. Whew. We have taken up enough of your time. We both here and off the air. It's been a little crazy here today. Boy, we didn't even get into all the shit that went in between these last couple of segments. But we're happy to have you. Thanks for sticking with us. And next week, we're going to come back, but we're probably not going to have quite as much shit. Or maybe we will, but we'll be here. That's like because we're the hardest working podcast in 4 states. Count them 4. I almost put 5 up there. 4, but I almost put a 5 because we're also the hardest working podcast in Suriname.
That's right.
Which, even though it's in South America, is in the Northern Hemisphere. Most of you didn't know that. Okay. See you next week. Thanks a lot for watching.